some stats about Suzuka. We're not going to get too many of them, but it's 5.8 kilometers this track because we built 5 red lights for the first time in 2022, and it's the lights out and away we go. And it's a good start from PlayDutchY's, almost clear of Tim and Pierre off to a blistering start down the inside of Tim in towards turn 1. Do they negotiate it cleanly? They're 3 wide temporarily at the apex of turn 1. Pierre and Bonnie fighting away for 3rd place. Looking further down the grid, we've got Aston getting ahead of Thunder in 9th place as everyone's made it through the first corner safely. 5/10 separating the advantage out in front. Two Saints had, Two Saints is still in 7th place, so can see him on the leaderboard. He's got Finn sending one down the inside of him into the hairpin. A really tricky traction zone on the exit, and Two Saints with the outside line is just able to stay ahead of Saint. Aston's not too far behind Finn either. He almost, or could try and maybe go for a move. Someone has run wide, and I believe that is Tobster, who's gone off at turn 1. He's now down in 9th place. We can get a replay to see what happened to the German, but I'm going to guess dipping a wheel onto the outside AstroTurf. We can get a chase cam's perspective. Just ran slightly wide. Piero also ran wide on the exit of turn 1. Rejoins ahead of Toussaint, I think that was. But a costly mistake early on for Tobster demotes him down the grid in 9th place, and this race is all going to be about keeping the car on the track. Is Aston going to send one down the inside of Finn, or is Tobster going to send one down the inside of Aston? In the background we've got Thunder and Ted going wheel to wheel through the final chicane. Thunder on the outside, can he make this one stick? Promotes himself up into 10th place. That gap out in front is only extending as Bonnie loses the rear on the exit of the hairpin. That could cost him a position to Tiger Assassin. You know what, it has lost him a position to Tiger Assassin. The gap between Aston and Wolfie is 8-9 seconds. Keep an eye on that. I think Wolfie's made a mistake there because it has gone up to almost 10, and the Scout Down is right behind him. He's now alongside the Irishman in the run down towards turn 1. I think, can we do this? No, we can't do what I was hoping for, but to Scout Down and Wolfie now going wheel to wheel once again into turn 1. They're still going to go side by side. Wolfie's ran wide onto the AstroTurf, and he's kept it out of the barriers but not out of the gravel, and a full 360 for the Irishman. Rejoins the track just behind Ted. Is he going to be behind Webson's? Indeed he is, and will drop to the back of the grid. Meanwhile in the background we've got Finn and Pierre now going side by side in towards turn 1. 2 cars with orange on their livery. They're still going to go wheel to wheel on the apex of turn 1 and 2. Finn holding it round the outside. If he can make this stick, that would have been a beautifully executed move, but it's Piero who makes his way up into 7th place, trying to get some more points for him and PlayDutchY in the Constructors' Championship. PlayDutchY yet to win the team's championship. But here we go now, Ted having to defend the inside line through the final chicane because he's got Thunder right behind him, and right behind him is Ted's teammate. Maybe Ted might do some teammate tactics to hold up Thunder and back him up into Wolfie, but Thunder's going to really aggressively swipe to the inside. He tried to fake the outside, but left it a little bit later, so go wheel to wheel in towards turn 1. It's clean between the 2 drivers. It looks like there's a little bit of lag. I think that's coming from, I'm not sure whose side that's on. It might be Thunder's car. So he's going to take the opportunity to use a little bit of overtake, get a little bit of a better ride. They're going to go wheel to wheel into turn 9 and 10, but it's almost ended in disaster. With Wolfie overtaking on the gravel. Thunder's going to find this one back in towards the hairpin. Is he going to send one down the inside? Is Wolfie going to leave the door open? The door was left wide open for Thunder to send one down the inside. Later on the brakes, gets it stopped in time. And all this for 1 point, but that crucial point might be a deciding factor in their championship fight. Because we've got Tim and Toussaint going wheel to wheel in the run down towards 130R. Toussaint around the outside. There's contact between the two, and Toussaint probably having a little bit of deja vu to the incident he had last season. But this time, can he get the move done round the outside cleanly? Indeed he does. There was a little bit of wheel banging between the two, and I'm sure these guys are going to be championship rivals in future races. We're almost going 3 wide on the exit of the hairpin. Tobster and Tim now going wheel to wheel, forming a crowd strike blockade for Finn behind, who can't quite make his way past. They're going to go side by side in the run up towards Spoon. Finn's going to get involved in this battle as well. Go down the inside of Tim in towards Spoon curve. Tim losing 2 positions in the space of 2 corners. And well, Tim and Tobster now have a car in between the 2 teams as Tigers into the pits from the lead of the race. Look to rejoin in 3rd place. We'll keep an eye on the gap but Finn is gaining quite significantly in the run down towards the hairpin. He's going to go for it around the outside of Tobster. He brakes earlier for the corner. Finn late on the brakes, might have cut the corner there, might get a warning. Aston into the pit, so does Tim. Tim actually has damage. I'm not sure where he picked that up from, but we're going to focus on the battle for 5th place between the two Germans once again. Tobster and Finn going side by side in the run down towards turn 1, in towards turn 1. And it is Tobster who is able to maintain ahead. What a battle we've got here for 5th place. And that is someone off, and I think that is the Scout Dan who has lost it. Let's get a replay on board with the Brit through turn 5 into 6. Is he going to go off at turn 7 like Piero did in quali? Yes, he does. Does he spin it around? No, he doesn't. He keeps it going in a straight line in the gravel. That's hugely unfortunate for the Scout down. He now drops down into 10th place, behind his teammate Aston F1, who's now running in 9th position. Upside down, 2 states into the pits from the softs, and he believes he might have the advantage over Finn to get out ahead and make the time up in the final few laps of the race. Is he going to bolt on a set of the purple striped super soft and go for fastest lap of the race? Has he underfueled the car? There's fuel going into that super formula. It's half a tank, and it is 7 seconds behind Piero. Did he underfuel in the pit stop, or was this a strategic call for the strategy from the start? If he's to finish where he was before the pit stop, he's got to gain 10 seconds, and it's the soft tyre. Damn, we've got to monitor the gap between Toussaint and Piero. It was 7 seconds going out of the pit lane. He's close to second this lap, and if he keeps up this pace, he'll be close behind right behind on the final lap. Woody's telling Piero to defend like a lion and prove him wrong. And apparently radio silence in the Toussaint chat. He's weaving to try and pull out of the slipstream of Piero, but he's not close enough alongside. Piero tries to defend the inside line. Now wheel to wheel towards turn 1. Piero with the switchback move. Can he get it down the inside and towards turn 2? No, he can't. Toussaint late on the brakes around the outside and towards turn 1. Let's get a replay on board with the Brit to see exactly how he did it. So it was down the inside, pulls over. Look how much committed he is to the inside. There he goes. Piero tries to switch back, but there wasn't enough room to go for it. And now Finn is next on the overtaking list. He's going to set himself up though for a move down towards turn 1. Can he get back up into 4th place? He's definitely going to go for it on the fresh set of the sauce. Finn's going to try and fight this one back though, after what might have been a disappointing qualifying for him. They're wheel to wheel in the run down towards turn 1, and they're not wheel to wheel on the exit of turn 1 because Toussaint down the inside once again. It's a mirror image to the move he done on Piero, and he's now back up into 4th place. His lap as he approaches the final few corners for the final time this season, and he starts the season 5 in the similar fashion to the way he finished last season. He rounds the final corner and he wins here in Suzuka and takes home the first win of the season. Tiger Assassin rounding the final corner will take home another podium position to add to his collection, and will finish in 2nd place behind PlayDutchY. Born Evil, for the first time this season, for the 2nd time in his career, will finish on the podium, his first podium in Mount Panorama, and he kicks this season off on a high. Not Dutchy's teammate this season. I'm sure Dutchy will be kicking himself for giving Bonnie the boot, but it is a podium nevertheless, and a stunning 3rd place. There is your starting grid, and once again I can say the same thing I've been saying for the past 6 months really. It's a familiar suit, a familiar face, and a familiar name on the top step of the podium, taking home another winner's trophy.